Caylee Anthony was young, energetic, and full of life. And there is no better way to protect that life than the protection a mother can give. But what happens when the person who is supposed to protect you becomes your killer? July 15th, 2008, Orlando, Florida. Cindy Anthony makes a call to police that would ultimately lead to one of the most controversial cases in American history.
Because my next thing will be down the trial thing, and we'll have a court order together. If that's what you want to play, we'll do it, and you'll never. Well, then you have one more day. No, I'm not giving you another day. I've given you a month. All right.
911, what's the address? What's happening?
I have someone here that I need to be arrested in my home.
They're there right now?
I have a possible missing child. I have a 3-year-old that's been missing for a month.
A 3-year-old?
Yes.
Have you reported that?
I'm trying to do that now, ma'am.
Okay, what did the person do that you need arrested?
My daughter.
For what?
For stealing an auto and stealing money.
When did she do that?
On the 30th. I just got it back from the impound.
30th of June?
Yes.
Okay, how old is your daughter?
22.
She's there right now?
Yes, I got her. I finally found her after a month. She's been missing for a month. I found her, but we can't find my granddaughter.
Is she not telling you where her daughter is?
Correct.
Okay, we'll have a deputy out to you as soon as one's available, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. 911, what's your emergency? I called a little bit ago, the deputy sheriff's down here. I found out my granddaughter has been taken. She has been missing for a month. Her mother finally admitted that she's been missing.
Okay, what is
here now? My daughter finally admitted that the baby's in the store. I need to find her.
Your daughter admitted that the baby is where?
But the babysitter took her a month ago that my daughter's been looking for. I told you my daughter was missing for a month. I just found her today, but I can't find my granddaughter. She just admitted to me that she's been trying to find her herself. There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in the damn car.
Okay, what is the 3-year-old's name?
Caylee, Caylee, Anthony.
Is your daughter there?
Yes.
Can I speak with her?
Okay, as soon as they're talking, they want to talk to you. Answer the question. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. What can you tell me what's going on a little bit?
My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
And you know who has her?
I know who has her. I tried to contact her. I actually received a phone call today, now from a number that is no longer in service. I did get to speak to my daughter for about a minute.
Okay, did you guys call and report a vehicle stolen?
Yes, my mom did.
Okay, I have deputies on the way to you right now for that. But now your 3-year-old daughter is missing, Caylee Anthony.
Yes.
And you last saw her a month ago?
31 days.
Who has her? Do you have a name?
Her name is Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez.
And why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her, which was stupid. I think the officers are here.
The officers are there?
Yes.
When police arrive to the Anthony home, they are told by 22-year-old Caylee Anthony that the last time she had seen her daughter was exactly 1 month prior, when she dropped her off with 25-year-old Zenaida Gonzalez, known to the Anthony family as Zanny the Nanny, before going to work on June 15, 2008. Caylee claims when she went back to the apartment complex to pick up her daughter The nanny and her daughter were nowhere to be found, and the nanny's phone was disconnected. When Anthony identifies the apartment complex where Zanny the nanny lived, investigators discover from the building supervisor nobody by the name of Zenaida Gonzalez has ever lived there. Knowing that time is not on their side, police decide to bring the attention to the media in desperate hopes to bring Caylee home.
Our top story this morning, a 2-year-old girl is missing, and detectives say her mother has provided them with more lies than information. Caylee Anthony told deputies she has not seen her daughter Caylee in more than a month, but she only reported the child missing yesterday. Now,
as the story was starting to gain momentum, police decide to check on Anthony's story further and contact her workplace of Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, only to discover that Anthony had not worked at Universal Studios in over 2 years.
Remember how I opened this whole thing in the morning?
Yeah.
By saying that, we need to get the complete truth and the snowball effect and how it goes? Okay. We're about halfway down that hill, 3/4 down that hill, and it's a pretty big snowball, which means that there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, just for certainty, that everything you've told me so far has been a lie. I can tell you that with a certainty, and let me explain why. Since I left you this morning, mm-hmm. I've gone to every address that you've told me. I've looked up every name. I've talked to every person that you wanted me to talk to or tried to. Mm-hmm. I've reached out. I've talked to your ex-boyfriend. I've talked to Amy. I've talked to Tony. I came over here. I've already talked to all the employees. Mm-hmm. I found out all these names that you're giving me are people that either never worked here or have been fired here for a long time ago. Okay, so where we are right now is in a position that doesn't look very good for you. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be your escape hatch, so to speak. Okay, this is going to be the point where you stop all the lies and you stop all the fibs and you tell us exactly what's going on. Mm-hmm. I'm just being straight with you. Because obviously I know and you know that everything you told me is a lie, correct?
Not everything that I told you.
Okay. Pretty much everything that you've told me, including where Caylee is right now.
That I don't know where she is.
Sure you do. And here's
absolutely
listen,
do not know where she is.
Let me explain something. I'm very confident, just by having talked to you this short period of time, that you know where she is.
I don't.
You do. And here's the thing, we need to get past that, because we can sit here and go back and forth all day long about I don't, I do, I don't, I do. It's pretty obvious that with everything that you've told us, nothing has been the truth. You know where she is. Now, my question to you is this. We need to find Caylee. I understand that right now, Caylee may not be in very good shape. You understand what I'm saying? She may not be the way or the way your family last remembers her. We need to find out from you where Caylee is.
I have no clue where she is.
Sure you do.
If I knew in any sense where she was, this wouldn't have happened at all.
It
wouldn't have happened whatsoever.
This stuff about Zanny, the caretaker or the nanny taking care of him,
it's the truth.
It's not the truth, because it went to the apartment complex. There's no person that ever lived there by that name. The apartment's been vacant since March, that same apartment. Now, the apartment that you pointed out to me, the 2-story apartment, that's an old folks' home. It's right across the street from your ex-boyfriend's house, who you never mentioned. And you said you wrote the address down because it was across the street. That's a lie, because I've already talked to him, and we've already been by the house, and we've already looked at everything we need to look at over there. Mm-hmm. Everything you told us is a lie.
Since you talked to him this morning in an attempt to try to help find your daughter, you've given him bad addresses, okay? Mm-hmm. You drove me all the way out here. We walked from the gate back here on the way to your office, right? Mm-hmm. Okay? To an office that you don't have. We got all the way into the building, into the hallway out here before you finally says, well, I really don't have an office here. But up till then, we were walking to your office, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so does any of this make sense to you?
Although there was a lack of physical evidence, on July 16, 2008, a day after Casey reports Caylee missing, she is arrested and charged with child neglect in hopes that more answers could come to light. Though this idea seemed increasingly more difficult, as even those closest to her weren't able to get any information.
Someone just said that Caylee was dead this morning, that she drowned in the pool. That's the newest story out there.
Surprise, surprise.
We need to have something to go on.
Mom, I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I've been here a month. I've been here a month today. Do you understand how I feel? So it's obvious where everybody's intentions lie. I know you guys want Caylee. I want Caylee more than anybody can understand, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything from where I'm at.
Police also question Anthony's boyfriend, Tony Lazaro, and his roommate, Clint House. Both men say that Casey was very close with Caylee and that she used to bring her over a few times a week. But then one day, she had stopped bringing her over. They both had claimed that Casey never mentioned that Caylee was missing. On September 26, 2008, police bring in Cindy Anthony for questioning, focusing in on the bizarre smell that she had identified in her trunk 2 months earlier.
On the 25th, she's sending text messages to her friends saying that George drove her car, the white one. Listen to me. I'm telling you what we're getting, okay?
That's conversations over the phone.
George drove her white car and may have hit something and killed it because the car was starting to stink.
She said there was a squirrel.
And she started telling these stories from the 25th on. Why? I just want to plant the seed, okay? You don't have to answer me. Why would you do that?
But see, the thing of it was, when George opened the trunk, the guy was with him. That bag, the pizza was in the bag, and it was all closed up. And when he opened because he had to open the bag to see what was in the bag, there was maggots in that pizza in there, and it was bad. I mean, it was really bad.
Shortly after this interview, Caylee Anthony's defense lawyer advises investigators that Anthony will no longer be providing answers regarding Caylee's disappearance. On October 14, 2008, Caylee Anthony is indicted and charged with first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and 4 counts of providing false information to the police. On December 11, 2008, a utility worker by the name of Roy Kronk makes a grim discovery in a wooded area just a quarter-mile away from the Anthony home.
How are you doing?
Hi, Rusty.
One of my meter readers supposedly has found a skull of a that he believes is human.
What's the location, please?
It's right off of Suburban and Chickasaw in the Caylee Anthony area, right by the...
Oh.
For days now, FBI agents have been scouring this wooded area, less than a half-mile from the Anthony home, removing brush and sifting through mounds of dirt, looking for more clues. The gruesome discovery of the small child was made Thursday by a water utility worker.
We found a human skull. Oh my gosh.
After 5 months of searching, the skeletal remains of Caylee Anthony were found. On May 24, 2011, the murder trial of Caylee Anthony begins. The prosecution would argue that Caylee Anthony was a party girl who no longer wanted the responsibilities of being a mother. The defense would claim that Caylee accidentally drowned in the family pool, and it was Caylee Anthony's father, George, who insisted on covering up her accidental death. As far as providing false information to the police, this was explained by Caylee having to cover up molestation incidences from her father when she was a young child, causing her to be a compulsive liar. George Anthony was adamant about these allegations being false, and he was completely unaware that Caylee had supposedly drowned in their swimming pool. On July 5, 2011, after deliberating for 11 hours, the jury reaches their verdict.
As to case number 2008 CF 15606-0. As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty, so say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, verdict is to count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. So say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson. As to the charge of providing false information to a law enforcement officer, verdict as to count 4. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of providing false information to a law enforcement officer as charged in the indictment. So say we all, dated Orlando, Orange County, Florida, this 5th day of July, 2011, signed foreperson.
On July 7, 2011, Caylee Anthony is sentenced to 4 years for lying to the police. With credit for time served and good behavior, Caylee Anthony walks free just 4 days later. The real story of Caylee Anthony might never be known. But the one thing that we know for sure is that protection was never given to baby Caylee. But sometimes the boogeyman is not hiding under your bed, but instead is standing right in front of you, disguised in a shroud of the deadly truth.